See, I started off as a trainer, and then I became a product manager, and then I was a startup CEO. I think every time I changed my game, I was learning new stuff. When I started Freshworks, building product was not hard because I'd already built products several products at my previous company. But being a CEO was new. I've never managed finance and HR and sales team. So, but 2019, I think we could say, as a startup CEO, I had done reasonably well, raising so much VC funding, hiring a team, scaling the company to more than $100 million of revenue, and so on. So the next game for me was, hey, can I be a public company CEO? Like, I wanted to learn. And I would say the last 2.5 years as a public company CEO has been phenomenal learning. Now the question for me is, should I continue spending time there, or where do I enjoy spending my time? And that answer is very clear in my mind, that I want to be building products, I want to focus on that. And that is why I had the conversation with the board some time ago saying, hey, when the timing is right, I would like to move into a product, focusing on product, and we need to find a successor. So I'm executive chairman, I'm still paid a salary by the company, I get stock options. So, and this is being done for me to focus on working on product, which is where I think I can add the most value for Freshworks. I think it's a very, like if you look at his track record and resume, it's like super impressive, right? Like what he has done with Dropbox. When he joined Dropbox, they were like 200 million in revenue. He scaled them to 1.4 billion plus in 4.5 years. And he was COO then, right? Helping the founder scale the company. And then he also did the same thing at like helping the founder scale Impossible Foods. He spent a big chunk of his career at Google working on strategy, helping them acquire Motorola Mobility, running the company as CEO, and then later on selling the hardware division to Lenovo. So from a resume and track record standpoint, Dennis is like a world-class operator. There could be narrative saying, hey, we are an Indian company, now you have an American CEO, that narrative. I actually told employees that, see, we cannot be thinking like that, right? Like when Satya Nadella is leading Microsoft, do Americans feel like a Indian is leading an American company? Or when Sundar Pichai is leading Google, American employees or global employees in Europe don't think like an Indian. So today we are living in a global world where if you're building a global company, you have to compete with world-class products against world-class competition. You need to hire world-class talent wherever they are. Why should we pass the baton which has no emotion? We look for something where something is there in our culture, and our Prime Minister also has the same goal. So we said it's from Chola dynasty, our region. So and so we said, okay, let's pass the same goal to remind him that think of all the people when you're making those important decisions, like how Jeff Bezos has an empty chair for the customer to think of the customer.
So we get the benefit of him now being able to spend all his time on where is that world going, how is AI going to impact that, rather than on all the minutiae that a CEO has to deal with, people issues, investors, legal issues, a bunch of stuff that just is not anywhere near as valuable as thinking about the future. Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt, and you look at our growth, the markets that we're in, the momentum that we have, the fact that we are in control of our own destiny, and that we have over $1 billion in cash on our balance sheet. We generated $38 million in cash just last quarter. So that, we're forecasting to generate over $100 million in cash this year. That means that we can craft our future. If we see an opportunity, if we see a company we want to buy, we have an opportunity to go after it. We're not beholden to short-term swings in the sentiment of any investor. The questions they're asking are about Gen AI, and they're about, in particular, how Gen AI will affect the customer support business. It's nothing to do with the transition, nothing to do with the acquisition that we made, but if you look at every business in our sector, every company that has exposure to small business, because small business is being affected by high interest rates, and every business that has exposure to customer support has been impacted. And what we did this past quarter is we saw some trends in our business that we didn't like, so we revised our guidance for the full year. We took our guidance down, not by a lot, from about 708 million to 700 million. So you're talking, and if you take out some corrections, it was really $5 million adjustment. But investors are looking for any sign that AI might be impacting the business, that SMB is weak, and then they're taking that out on the stock price. So about 18 months ago, we struck up a partnership where we were bringing in Device42 to sales situations. And I've been involved in a number of these where a customer has, that mix of assets, online, offline, like a large retailer in the U.S., large sporting equipment manufacturer in the U.S. falls into this category, and they needed something more than what we currently offered. So we co-sold Device42 in along with Freshservice. And we had enough of those deals to have confidence in the product and the team that it was a natural discussion to say, okay, what if we acquire you? That'll allow us to sell their product into all of our 16,000 Freshservice customers base where those customers need a more advanced product. And importantly, when we're going out to new customers, it gives us a deeper capability to compete with ServiceNow, which is the primary competitor in that space for us.
See, when the automobiles came, there were bullock carts and people, Iron Smiths, who were doing all the horseshoes and things like that. Of course, they were all disrupted, but the automobile industry employed so many people. When computers came, when Excel came, we thought accountants will go out of job. When ATMs came, we thought bank tellers will go out of job. But we have adopted and embraced all the technology, and people have reskilled, right? So, is AI going to take away jobs? Absolutely, yes. There is going to be a lot of automation. Are people going to figure out how to reskill and find themselves, make them more employable? I think I believe that the aspiration of a younger India is far more than any is more powerful than any disruptive AI.